r/entitled parents. Dylan Distorted. You can't go to your boss's funeral. I'm calling the police, you poor criminals. Buckle yourself in, this will be a long one. Bit of backstory about this. Me and my friend worked for a really nice and really rich old woman for about 6 to 5 years. We did general work about the house and in the garden. She would give us about 20 pounds an hour, like $22 for y'all Americans. She would also give us lunch on the weekends and sometimes dinner if we worked late into the night. When we first started working for her, she had lived with her husband, who we will call Gerald, but passed away about 2 years after we started to work for her. So consequently, near the end, she lived alone. She was dear in me and my friend's hearts, and when she died, we were very upset. Not only because we had no job, also because she had generally felt like our grandma. Cut ahead to the funeral. There were lots of people there, supposedly her family and friends, who came in big fancy cars and to generally look rich/snobby, if you know what I mean. EM entitled mother, ED entitled dad, EK epic kid, not entitled, but the best. KM kind man, KW kind woman, F my friend, and M me. And FM for other family members. Being rich, our boss, the old lady, had a grand funeral, and we were surprised, me and my friend. We were waiting to be let into the church when EM comes up to me. Me and my friend aren't rich and couldn't wear all black, as my friend didn't have any fitting black trousers, so he wore jeans. Excuse me? Yes? You both need to leave. What? You're not wearing the right clothes, points to my friend's gray jeans. So you need to leave before you disrespect anyone else. Bear in mind that me and my friend had worked for this old lady for 6 years, and to be told that we had to leave her funeral was like being told we couldn't go to our grandma's funeral. There's no policy for what we wear. I bet you didn't even know BG, boss/grandma. Why would we be here then? Because you want to ruin everyone's day, obviously. Now at this point, me and my friend are fuming. This lady just came up to us at BG's funeral, asked us to leave, and said we didn't even know her. ED appears. Is there something wrong, darling? These people are stalking people and have come without an invitation. Me and my friend are in shock. You kids need to leave, you don't belong here. You look way too poor to be friends with her, so I'm going to ask you to leave before we call the police for breaking in. She was our boss for 5 or 6 years. Don't shout at us. Stop making up lies. My friend wasn't shouting and just had a tone of annoyance in his voice. But when he... Oh, it's a guy. This is going to be a very effeminate guy for the rest of this. But then he did start shouting. Leave now. No, she was like a family member to me, and if you don't have any kindness towards people, I bear to see how you were related. My friend's shouting was bringing a lot of attention towards us, so here enters KM and KW. Hello, is there something wrong? Yes, these criminals were refusing to leave even though they don't know BG. Yes, they're very undignified. What? We worked for her for 5 or 6 years, you retard. KM, keeping cool. Can you prove that you knew BG? Yes. My friend gets out her phone and shows him a picture of me and him with BG on her birthday. There were several people in the background and the man seems to recognize a few of them. KM turns to EM and ED. Ma'am, this is pretty solid proof that they know her. Shows them F's phone. This is bullshit and obviously photoshopped. Yes, EK can make this. EK! A boy about 15 or 16 appears. Yeah? Isn't this Photoshop? Shows him F's phone. No, I was there when this happened. Look, right there. Points to the background where he suspects he saw himself. Gives F's phone back. Nice to see you again, by the way. There, isn't it all settled? Let me see that again. Reaches for F's phone. There's enough proof, now leave us alone. If you don't leave right now, we will call the police and you will go to prison. For what? EM throws her phone at F, making it bounce off of him and onto the floor. You broke my phone, now you will leave. You realize that I got 4 other witnesses here, 3 of which I haven't really even seen until this day. Fuck you. EM and EDAD leave, EM leaving her phone on the floor. You may think it's over, but oh no. F picks up the phone and EM screams. Basically, everyone waiting to go into the church looks at her. That criminal just stole my phone! What? FM, family member. Give her back her phone or we will call the police. No, he didn't take her phone. She threw it at him and he went to pick it up after she left. What? That's not true, you little shit. Stop lying. Just take your phone and leave us alone. EM goes up to grab the phone out of F's hand and does so, but before walking away, slaps F. F almost falls to the ground, but keeps his balance whilst everyone else tries to grab EM before she runs away. EM is struggling and cursing at everyone. I go to help F, but he seems okay. After the police is called, EM is charged with assault, or so we heard. The rest of the funeral went fine. Edie apparently ran back to his house to hide. Also turns out Edie and EM weren't related to BG, but EK was. EK's parents died one after another, so ED and EM were basically his adoptive parents. Also turns out EK's allowance was going to them, so they were getting money where EK was, being forcefully / practically paying for ED and EM's house and other stuff. 8 days after this, EK left his house to live with some friends. My friend and EK are actually together now, so I see him often and we all laugh about his step-parents' stupidness. This sounds like it was yesterday, but it had actually been 3 months since this happened. I'm still good friends with F. We still live together with EK and some others, but our life is, unfortunately, the same shitty life it was. This is generally the biggest entitled parent story that changed my life. This took ages to write on mobile, so I hope you enjoyed. Thanks. Edit 1. BS means bullshit. It always seems like entitled parents are so far up their own ass that they don't realize how ironic it is that they're calling out other people for being at a funeral when they supposedly don't know this woman, but yet they're not even related in the first place and they're taking EK's money, so they're doing more disrespect than even someone crashing the funeral could do. EK tries to take my coffee. Gets burned. Oh, you spoiled it. Cast. EK, entitled, coffee stealing, kid. EM, EK's mom. W, person who worked at the counter / worker. Me, guy who drinks hot, strong coffee. This happened legit this morning. I was waiting in a cafe and I had ordered my coffee, large double shot cappuccino, no sugar, no cream, extra hot, about 5 minutes ago. In walk EK and EM. I paid no attention to them until... W, coffee in hand. Order for Mr. OP? EK grabbing coffee from startled worker. Thanks! Me walking up. Excuse me, I am Mr. OP. Now if I could please have my coffee? Oh yeah? Really? Me showing her my ID. Oh yeah, really? Okay, whatever. Stop fussing, it's only a coffee. You can obviously buy another one. But Mr. OP paid for it. Me to W. Don't sweat it. I'm holding it, so it's my coffee. Me to EK, sensing opportunity. Really now, I dare you to chug that coffee if it's yours. EK, reaching for sugar. Sure, easy. Nah, I said that coffee, no sugar. If you could drink it all in one gulp, I'll pay you $20. If you can't, you have to buy me another coffee. Really? You're betting that my EK can't drink that? You're on. Okay then, to EK. Wait, let me time you. See how quickly you can drink it. Pulls out phone, then hits start on timer. Go. EK gets 2 seconds of chugging before she slams my cup back down on the counter, her face twisted in disgust. She somehow swallows it and tears swell up in her eyes. She's crying. Me, calmly. I suppose you have to buy me another one now. Ree! What did you do to my baby? Nothing. She just drank an extra hot coffee and couldn't handle the burn. This is outrageous. How dare you give my precious EK something so hot? Don't you know it's not good to give hot drinks to kids? Hey, not my fault. She picked up my coffee. I was planning on letting that chill until I got to school. Now pay up or I'll call the cops and say you tried to steal my drink. And I'll tell them you poured coffee on my baby. No need, guys. I already called the cops. Cops arrive in 2 minutes. EM makes a scene, yelling I threw my hot coffee on EK, even though EK has no apparent burns on her body and is drinking some cold water, courtesy of W. Police ask for my side of the story, and I tell them what actually happened. Amidst interruptions from EM yelling lies, W backs up my story and shows police CCTV footage. Police arrest EM on charges of providing falsified information and being an accomplice in larceny. Not sure how that worked out. EK was also charged with larceny for drinking my coffee. EM, realizing the shit she's in, tried to run, but in high heels, running is not easy, and she falls after about 6 meters. EM now has resisting arrest under her name as well. After they, EK as well, are taken to the police car, not without EM yelling assault, and they leave, W offers me a free coffee. I graciously accept and go off to school. Okay, I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna call r/that happened on this one. I usually don't like doing this because I usually just, enjoy the story, whether it's real or fake. If it's like blatantly fake, I usually just won't even read the story. If there's even a chance it's real, I'll usually do it. But this one, I'm gonna call r/that happened. I'm gonna start trying to do that. You guys can tell me if I miss any big red flags that something might not be real. The reason I'm calling r/that happened is because I don't think that stealing a coffee would get them arrested for larceny. I don't know if I'm just not up to date on how this works, but usually in my experience, cops just tell them they have to get off the premises, and the business can say they're not allowed back, and the cop can like enforce that and make them leave. But I don't know about larceny, especially with a kid. So I don't know. I might just be r/I am very smart right now, but I feel like I cracked the code. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of r/EntitledParents. I promise I will be doing more videos more often now. It's just for the last couple weeks, I've had a lot on my plate. But I'm going to try making these simplified Reddit videos. Sorry if they're not too complicated. I'm also going to be in the background making a new series that comes out every once in a while, which is going to be on creepier stuff, because I really like creepy stuff. I like watching scare theater, and I liked watching Chills before I realized how annoying his voice is. No offense, Chills, but come on. Number 19, Burger King foot lettuce. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.